Okay, what's up, guys? My name is. Oh crap! Why is it down on RV? Oh crap! Okay, I'll just do it here. My name is JC McIntyre, and or otherwise known as JMac Plays, and it's on my YouTube channel, which hold on, this music is way too loud. Hold on. Bro, come on. Okay, it's just gonna be off. Which my channel, as I was saying, which I found to be very therapeutic for me, almost, because it's been like a tracker of my mental state and like how I progress over the years. And I was like watching one of my live streams from the past when I was like, when the passing of my father was recent, and I was in like a really, really dark space, but I was kind of in a spot where I just died at the triple, where I was kind of like afraid to talk about my emotions and like be open, and I just didn't have friends, and I was in a tough spot, but I am happy to admit that life is a lot better now. Although it's still challenging, and I'll get into that. And I just want to use this as like a tracker, because the last time I really talked in front of a camera about where I was, my dad had passed away. I really had nothing going for me. I just had my family. I had my mom, who I love, but she was grieving a lot. How do I keep that up? She was grieving the loss of my dad, so it was like we were all in our own heads, and it was just like a whole thing. But since then, a lot has happened. Number one, I met my girlfriend, Amelia, who has turned my world upside down, who I will be marrying soon, and who I love with all my heart. I moved schools from a community Christian school, which I was at my whole life previously, to Manatee School for the Arts. And I made that decision to pursue my art. And it was a hard decision because I feel in my heart that I didn't die that time. I just felt in my heart that I'm leaving all my close friends that I've known for the majority of my life. But I ultimately made the decision to do that for the sake of my artistry, which is not something I regret at all. Because as much as I love the people at Community Christian, there was a lot wrong with Community Christian, such as just the environment. As you guys know, I'm a believer, or if you don't know, I'm a believer in Christ. But I think that we just didn't see eye to eye, and they were a very judgmental space, and I didn't feel comfortable with sharing my beliefs on Christianity. And I loved a lot of the people there, but there were also a lot of people there that made me feel like I couldn't be myself, because there was a lot of mocking and bullying. And to this day, a lot of it still hurts. I remember this one memory where the day after my dad died, I was asked in class if I wanted to say anything on the matter, and I did. And I could see people laughing out of the corner of my eye, people that I considered friends. And there's also memories of when I wrote a paper in class, I was told that the teacher was mocking my paper because it was something that he didn't agree with. And I'm pretty sure he ended up giving the paper a bad grade, even though it was incredibly well researched and well written. So it was basically graded badly due to poor bias, or when I was just wrongfully yelled at by teachers or whatever it may be. And this isn't to trash on the school because there were a lot of great things about that school, but I think that my decision to leave it was something that I'm happy I did to this day. And but there are a lot of sad elements to it too. Like I lost friends that I really cared about, and I didn't lose them because I distanced myself. It's just because like when you go to a different school and it's at a different location, it's really hard to stay in contact with people that you care about, and it was just really hard to maintain. You know, like there are people to this day that I really just want to reach out to and talk to. Um, you know, that it just has been really hard for me, because it's just like a completely separate life in that school. But, you know, I would love to reconnect with some of those people, but yeah. So yeah, I ended up going to Manatee School for the Arts, which, you know, helped a lot in my artistic journey, and I'm happy to say that with music, I'm in a content spot. I think that I have a lot of improvement to do, but I think that where I am, if I looked back, if my younger self looked at me now, he'd be like, "Yeah, you're doing a good thing, bro." You know, like I'm performing, I'm better at singing, I'm better at drumming, I'm getting drumming gigs, which was not something that was happening back in the day. You know, so it's a lot. It's great, and I'm doing all this with my girlfriend, and we're performing together, and it's just great. You know, but of course, of all these positive things, I'm saying my life has still been interesting. Like the fact that I lost my home to Hurricane Milton, I believe it was. I lost my house to Hurricane Milton, and we got displaced, and we've had to stay in like a small little apartment for a long time, like over 6 months. I don't know like exactly how long, but it's definitely been over 6 months. And then that toppled with the fact that I had a seizure back in last September, and that completely hindered my progress with school, and my grades have been absolutely horrendous, and this might, you know, prevent me from getting like scholarships and stuff that I want, and getting into the schools I want to get into because of how bad my grades have suffered. And right now I'm trying to recover that, as well as, and the main reason I'm trying to do that is because I'm trying to get married soon, you know, and be independent, and start making my own living, and that's just kind of hard when your grades suck. So the position I'm in terms of academics is not the best, and it's definitely not an ideal situation. And I think that if I didn't have the support system that I did have around me, that it would very much be very debilitating, and I'd be on the verge of giving up. But because I have my mom and my girlfriend and my family and everybody who supports me and my friends, it's just like so much better. Plus I have like music, and you know, a lot of people are not fortunate enough to say that. And you know, to those people I just want to say, like, you can reach out. Or how am I dying? You can reach out to me. um, God is here for you, you know, like, of course that's the main thing. God has been my rock, has been the reason that I've been able to continue doing what I'm doing. um, so yeah, that's pretty much been my life, you know. Like I also just recently got hired for like a professional theater thing that I'll be with for like a few months, which is really exciting. So, you know, there's good and bad. There's good and bad. You know, I have stress of the fact that I'm like, oh shoot, I do not want to have another seizure, and I hope that doesn't happen. But you know, that balances out with me getting musical opportunities and having my family and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of both worlds, you know, colliding, and it's a little bit of a mental battle. But it's not anything to the point where I'm like giving up or anything, you know. And you know, so my family has been my therapy, anime has been my therapy, Geometry Dash has been my therapy, you know, just like getting me by, you know, having fun stuff to do. Um, you know, I'm just really proud of where I am versus where I was when I was a 13, 14-year-old boy. I was just very lost. I was very like, what's next? Um, I'm glad I found my girlfriend, man, because she really um, helped out my mental state a lot. Um, but, you know, I have no idea what to say. I feel like I have more to say, but I'm blanking. Um, but yeah. Um, God, what else is there to say, man? I'm just yeah, man. I'm just getting ready to become an adult. Oh yeah. I remember what I was saying. I was saying that, like, looking back at where I was when I was 13, which, you know, if I continued in that headspace that I was in then, I don't know where I would be today. You know, I would probably just be a very stagnant individual, unmotivated, doing nothing with his life, and you know that's the last place I want to be. Just like kind of stagnant, like back then I was just like depressed and I was just playing video games 24/7 and really doing nothing valuable with my time. Versus now, I constantly practice my music. I try to stay in touch with my friends as best as possible, although it's hard because I'm an introvert and I have a lot of social anxiety. So like when I reach, it's hard for me to reach out to people because I have a lot of like rejection anxiety and rejection issues. That may have come from past experiences and you know all that. Also, if this video format is weird to you, I'm sorry. Like you don't have to stick around, but this is kind of how this is like my own therapy for me because when I try therapy, it doesn't work out for me. So this is kind of my way of like releasing my thoughts out. I think doing it through like a commentating style while playing video games has always been something that's like very personal to me because you know I grew up watching YouTubers do this. I mean, my style is a little bit different, but I grew up with YouTubers commentating and stuff like that, so it holds a special place in my heart. So I know it's a little unorthodox, but it really makes me happy to do this. Um, so yeah, that's my where I'm at. But yeah, man, I've improved a lot. I still have a lot of work to do though. And my main thing is like procrastination and getting motivated to do things. Which is something I still struggle with because you know it's Gen Z, man. I'm a Gen Zer. I doom scroll. I waste hours of time on my butt in my bed doing nothing but scrolling and you know playing video games and watching YouTube. Like I'm still there. You know I'm still in that spot where I shouldn't be. Where I should be spending more time working on what I need to work on. You know, so there is improvement to be made. Finally, I beat this freaking level. God. But I'm not mad at it. By the way, if you couldn't tell what I'm doing, I'm trying to beat all the Rob Top levels today. I don't know how this is gonna go, but so yeah. I think I'm pretty positive. I think just the main things that have been on my mind recently is like I want to kind of regain that happiness I had in my childhood, and I want to be the purest version of myself where I'm not socially anxious and I can reach out to my friends, current and past, and just be like myself and not scared to pursue things, you know, because I don't want to have any regrets in life, and I think that if anything that I regret in my life is having my anxiety hold me back from doing what I really want to do. So yeah, I just want to gain my happiness back. I just want to gain my free spirit back, where I can just be myself and love the people around me, and hopefully those who really care about me will reciprocate, and just that's where I want to be and be as happy as possible, and obviously be a Jesus-centered man who you know tries to God, what am I saying? Like, tell people about God's word because it's very important to me, and I believe that the world would just be better if people come to God, and because I know that God has pulled me out of some really, really dark spots in my life, as I mentioned, with my seizure, my dad passing, and us, our house getting destroyed by the hurricane, and it's like all recent events, you know. But I think that what I've learned through this time is that hard stuff happens for a reason. You know, it builds your character, and take those things and not only get stronger yourself, but be strong for the people around you. You know, and it helps you gain perspective on life and what it's really about. You know, because if I were to give up for any reason, like because like life is hard, then that would be a pretty dumb reason to give up, because life is always going to be hard, you know? So what's the point of living life if your only reason for living is that it'll not be hard, you know? Life is always going to be hard. You got to take the good with the bad, because there wouldn't be good without any bad. You have to take that bad and turn it into stuff that will make you good, you know? Like, there's that's the point of bad. Obviously, it's very unfortunate, and there's a lot of uncontrollable factors in life, but, you know, that's the point. That's the point. I wonder how far I can get today, y'all. I think once I get to, like Club Step or, like, Demons, I'm probably screwed. I've been doing really good on this game, y'all. I'm almost at, like, 20 Demons completed. I'm trying to, like, start streaming more frequently so that I can, like, have some motivation to become better at this game, which I'm getting pretty good. I'm trying to, my end goal is, I'll say, by the end of this year, is to have like an extreme demon beat, which sounds crazy. It does sound crazy, but that is somewhere I want to be. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but that would be crazy. And also, I'm sorry if my mic quality is trash because I didn't have a mic. I'm literally just using my laptop's audio, my laptop's camera while doing this, so it's like, I don't know how it's going to go. Alright, okay, jumper done. I don't even know how much longer this is going to go. But anyway, jumper. Okay, now I got time machine. This is another one that's like gross, you know, like triple spikes. Come on now. But yeah, man. Geometry Dash has been like, oh god, can I not? Geometry Dash has been like a big part of my life. As silly as it sounds, it's been a big part of my life for the past few months. Not months. It's probably like I probably started getting into it like a month and a half ago. Bro, this level is gonna kill me because I can't with the triple spikes, bro. I'm telling you, it's that ADHD. Like, I can't wait. I have to click immediately. Okay, here we go. I'm locking in. Okay, triple. I just have to wait. But yeah, man. I'm just here in my PJs. You know, I'm just chilling. It's a chill day in an otherwise usually busy schedule. The only reason I'm making this video, honestly, is because like I have a summer camp that I'm supposed to be going to, but we got our next few days canceled because someone was like tested positive for COVID. Like one of our campers got tested positive for COVID, so we had to cancel the next few days. So I'm taking advantage of the opportunity that we have the next few days off, and I'm kind of just like chillaxing. Even though I have gigs coming up, like I have a paid music gig on Saturday, which I have to play drums for. Which hey, that's great, but you know, I just gotta lock in. Like I'm I'm on my butt playing Geometry Dash when I should be practicing my music, you know. But it's good. It's good. It puts me in a good mental space. I'm definitely not gonna get very far in this level. Honestly, I think because I want to wrap up this video soon, I'm probably just gonna like go to Club Step after this and just like try to beat it, and then that'll be the end of the video because there's no this video is gonna be too long if I try to beat all the Rob Top levels. Like it's not happening. But if y'all want to see me beat all the Rob Top levels, I will do a stream. I don't know if I can do the Rob Top travel where like if you die once, you go back to like the first level. You will not catch me doing that, but oh my god. Alright. I'm going to club set. This is gonna be my last level. But if y'all want to see me like do a level where I can't stop until I beat all the levels, I will do that. And if y'all really want to see me do like one of those like if I die I go back to the very beginning, then I'll do it. But I'll have to get a lot of support for that, you know. And I started like a Geometry Dash live stream today. I got a good amount of views, and I had some really nice people in the chat. So yeah, thank y'all for your support. I'm really trying to dip my toes back into the YouTube thing. I can't say I'm like committed to YouTube, but it's definitely like a little hobby that I would like to get back into. You know, it also helps me talk, and you know I like talking. I'm not much of a talker to other people, but I'm definitely a talker. I like talking to myself, and this is kind of like me talking to myself. Of course, I'm talking to you guys, but I don't like yapping to other people. I just feel like maybe that's an insecurity thing, but I just feel like I can't really like I get insecure and I'm like, oh, they probably think I'm like I'll only care about talking about myself, you know? Like I'm a big like listener in real life. Like I like to listen to other people talk instead of talking to myself. So I think that's another thing about the YouTube thing that I like is that I just get to say all my thoughts without like getting like having other people talk back to me, because it's kind of just like a self conversation. Like, hey JC, how are you doing? Like JC, you care about yourself. You care about your own thoughts and opinions. You know, it's like self love, which we all need a little bit of self love. You know. Okay, I have to lock in now. There we go. Okay. I might not be able to do this, bro. Be able to do this. I'm gonna give it like 1 or 2 more attempts, and then I'll wrap up the video. Cause like I beat club step, but can I beat club step on a consistent basis? Heck no. I fluked the heck out of that level. As soon as I beat club step, I was like, I am never touching this again. So the fact that I'm doing this for this video is insane. I'm shocked at myself that I'm doing this. There are a lot of tough sections in this, man. Obviously, the main thing is the flying parts, but like, there's like little stuff that'll get you, like the UFO and like, you know, stuff like that. There are sections to this level, man. And of course, it's hard while commentating, but you know, I don't mind it. I was built for this. I'm a YouTuber at heart. I can commentate while playing. Don't worry about it. Any day of the week. Okay, here we go. This is where I have to lock in. Even though I'm still talking. I don't know why I'm still talking when I have to be locking in, but... Woo! Woo! Okay. Alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to me yap. I'm hoping to return to YouTube. Kind of chilling. Like, I'm not trying to make, like, what's it called? Like, really, like, formulaic videos where, like, there's editing and stuff. Like, if I post anything, it's probably going to be, like, uncut stuff like this. And if y'all like it, you can stick around. If you don't, it's fine. Because, you know, I feel like I would not want to just listen to a random guy yapping for, like, 25 minutes. But this is my therapy, you know. I'm not doing this, like, mainly for the audience. I'm really mainly doing it for myself as like a therapeutic thing. So yeah, but thank y'all. If y'all made it to the end of the video, thank you. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be back for more. If you guys have any suggestions for what you want me to do in the comments, I'm open to whatever. And I'll see y'all later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.